Hi, I'm Donna Carter.
I'm Marshall Brown, and
We're working on extraterrestrial carpet obscura for DesCours.
do you want to talk about our concept, Donna? Speak up a little bit.
Sure. Our concept is to make a drawing of celestial bodies on the ground and create an immersive experience for the viewer in an installation format.
No, I think the next thing we can talk about is installation work. In architecture, installation work often serves as a test case or a prototype or even an experimental model for works that come later in a practice, works that might be at a larger scale.
And as a visual piece of art, it works as a sort of a fleeting immersive experience, and it's sort of a holistic medium so that the viewer plays a role as a variable within this large-scale drawing that takes place on the ground.
Maybe we should go next to the discussion about the materials.
Sure. You want to start?
Well, our project engages in an intentional misuse of some everyday materials like roofing membrane, outdoor solar lighting, emergency blankets as well. Do we have the emergency blankets? We're using them for the materiality as well as the associations embedded in their typical use. So things that you might find used in architecture in a certain way are somehow used in new ways in our project. For example, the roofing membrane, which you usually find on the top of a building, is now being used on the ground.
The emergency blankets, we're using them actually for their translucency and their reflective property, and their actual function would be to harness the power of the sun and reflect light. So we're just sort of transforming them into these actual rock-like crystals that form a strata on the ground.
I think related to that, the project really centers around the idea of harnessing the sun and translating it into a large-scale drawing on the urban terrain.
Yeah.
But related to that, our installation also only works at night, which I guess is kind of an ironic element that we hadn't really thought about so much. There are solar batteries and solar panels embedded in the carpet that contain sensors that turn on LEDs at sundown, thus bringing the carpet to life.
And I guess I would say that the installation is at rest during the day.
Yeah.
And it really needs the walking foot traffic as well of the evening visitors.
Yeah, the carpet's designed to be experienced by individuals or large groups. Each tile in the carpet is actually functions kind of like an independent star, but together they create a constellation.
Yeah, which is similar to the collective experience versus a singular experience as people start to walk in amongst the strata of these crystals, which really define the distance relationships between near and far within this field of darkness.
Yeah, the individual tiles actually are slightly larger than a human body, but as a field of elements together they create a kind of powerful collective experience as well.
And that's actually another point that leads to the thought about using installation, is that it really, the piece begins to contextualize itself, not only in terms of scale but also spatially and location, and it's actually designed to be an ongoing project that could exist in a site-specific configuration in multiple different locations geographically. So it kind of embodies that idea of a nomadic carpet.
Yeah. So finally, the carpet is materially and technically designed for the outdoors. The 3-ply roofing membrane is actually a commonly used waterproofing material, while the solar panels need daily exposure to sunlight in order to perform each evening.
Exactly.
Right. So I guess that kind of concludes our description of the extraterrestrial carpet obscura. Again, I'm Marshall Brown. I'm an assistant professor of urban design and architecture at Illinois Institute of Technology, and
I'm Donna Carter. I'm currently teaching at Northwestern University in the Department of Art Theory and Practice, and I live and work in Chicago, Illinois.
Great, thanks.
The next stop on your tour is number 4, Chime, by Jennifer Heiser. The installation is located at 401 South Rampart Street. Return to Poitras Street. Make a left and walk 9 blocks to South Rampart Street. Make a right. You'll find site number 4, Chime, a block down, at the corner of South Rampart and Perdido Street. It's on the second floor.